What color have they been using a lot? Red. Red vehicle also. Yeah, I just want you guys to see that. That's why I started recording right before I exit out the building. So what happened today? So today they were again hijacking my daughter's conscious mind to do a test, right? When you have to go for your disability and you have to see, you go down to the disability office. That's when they do the X-ray on my back, and then I had to see a psychiatrist, right? And then he gives you like 3 words, okay? And then he asks you a bunch of questions, and I think 5 minutes later he comes back and he asks you about the 3 words that he gave you. So today, again, hijacking my daughter's consciousness. All right, and like I said, and there's a reason why STIs they keep us financially depressed. Okay, they try to keep you away from certain things because they know that you know what it is that they've done, and they try to prevent you from seeking revenge or seeking vengeance for what they've done to you and your family or your children. Right. So my daughter she was like, she's like, I'm gonna give you 3 words, and you can and just freestyle. That's what she like. I'm gonna give you 3 words and freestyle. Okay, so so she told me the 3 words. One was water. Okay. The other one, the second one I can remember, but I remember it now was skeleton. And third one I remember that I can't even remember it now. All right. Anyhow, but that's the way it is, man. When they target you like that, you tend to forget things. So, I realized what they were doing. Okay. And I want you guys to understand how they, again, hijack my daughter's consciousness. Also, did I upload that video? I might not even upload the video, but my daughter was in school. She asked the teacher to use the bathroom. The teacher wouldn't let her use the bathroom. So for the entire day, the teacher would not let her use the bathroom. Okay, so hopefully I remember to upload that video when I get in the house. So anyway, so then Pam gets home. She gets home tonight. And again, they try to do the other test, right? So she asked me about a package that she got today, right? Now it took me just a couple of seconds to remember about the package. I couldn't even remember if it was yesterday or today. So I was like, I said it's today. And then she was like, was it upstairs or downstairs? I'm like, does it really matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, does it, so when she's asking me those questions, again, when I talk about her being part of the, being consciously aware of what she's doing, because in the beginning I could tell she wasn't consciously aware, right? Because when I would tell her to stop doing certain things, she would literally, get defensive and start crying. Right now, she is just like, don't even say anything, right? While she'll stick her finger in her ears, right? So, what was I saying? So yeah, so she, so I'm like, that's an odd question. You asked me about the package. I told you, yeah, you got a package. Why you want to know whether it was left in front of the door or downstairs? But again, trying to see if I remember certain things, right? But this is what they'll do. They'll try to give you the feeling that, if you answer these questions and you remember that they're going to send I guess they're going to come and arrest you, right? Right? Because then that shows that they have not damaged you neurologically nor psychologically, right? Here comes the New York Predator Department. Let me walk up closer so you guys can, right? Oh, that's the traffic division. Yeah, they'll send the traffic division at times. All right, like he's sticking his finger in his ears. See? All right, 7452, he's sticking his finger in his ears. All right, so anyway, so the kids were sleeping, And she comes into the living room, of course, to wake them up. All right, like I said, her behavior has not changed at all. To open up the package that she has, and I'm saying to myself, "Wow, man, it's like, this is what I talk about, right? This is what she would do. Whenever I get the kids to go to bed and she comes home, I said to her, I said, you don't have to open this here. You can go into the kitchen and open it up, right? You don't have to do that here. But again, this is the kind of things that they like to engage in, right? So now, so she goes to use the bathroom. I was watching a movie called Dark Assets. It's about and it's funny how they was direct you to watch certain movies. So I had to basically make a Facebook post so I remember, right? So when I get home, I remember, because I'm gonna talk about this movie a little bit more when I get home. But it's funny how they direct you to this movie. So this movie is about a secret microchip program, except there's some people were asked to join, right? And then others were not. Others were basically illegally implanted. And this microchip will what it does is that they can activate it, takes over your mind, and they can basically let the AI control your mind to make you a deadly assassin, right? So that means you have fighting skills and all this stuff. Okay, and it's very interesting because there's certain things that was done in that movie that made me realize, so they put that shit in the movie knowing that this is exactly what they do and how they do it. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you what. So in 2000, was it 2000? When my son was born, and my son was born 2001. So it was in the winter of 2002, right? This was about February. Me and his mom took a trip with him to visit her mother's sister, her aunt, in the Caribbean, right? Antigua. And I remember being on the beach, and I talked about this, being on the beach, and my inner voice told me to look up. And when I look up, there was a silver gray SUV that stopped in the middle of the street, right? So you have the beach and then you have the street, right? And it's like a climb up. There's a slight incline to go up to the road. And this voice, my inner voice, said, "Look up." Okay? And I looked up, and all of a sudden I saw a gray SUV stopped in the middle of the street, right? And the person got out of the vehicle, left the vehicle there, and just walked off. And at the time, I didn't think it was strange, And I'm like, but there's something that there was a woman who was implanted. She didn't even know, right? But it's how when they activate the chip, the implant, there's that look where they look up, where the people who are illegally implanted, where they are given consent for the implant, there's this slight pause, and then they look up slightly. And I was like, and that jogged back what I talked about. And I talked about this on my talk show program that I used to have back in the days, right? And I'm just like, wow. So I wanted to watch the rest of the movie. That's why I'm leaving. It's actually minutes to 10 now. I was gonna leave at 9:30, but I was like, I gotta finish watching this movie because I gotta talk about this stuff. But again, I want you to understand how they put this stuff in movies. They know exactly what it is that they're doing, right? And they put this stuff in the movies because, again, they want you to believe that these things are, only in the movies. But they've been able to do this way back, right? And I'm talking about possibly in the 90s, okay? So at that point, I'm thinking that, my brother was microchipping in the mid-90s. I'm thinking that they did the same shit to me too. Okay, like I said, I don't talk about certain things until I study what's going on, until I I like to do. I like to observe, and then I'll talk about certain things. So that watching that movie right there, it showed me, right? So now Pam comes back, like I said, right? Pam comes back. After the movie finished, I went to use the bathroom. She's in the bathroom. I said to her, I gotta pee. She was like, well, I'm taking a number, whatever, taking a crap, right? So she calls me to let me know that she's finished, and I'm like, all right, I'm watching the movies, and I got up, I washed the dishes. Now there was about 5 minutes passed since she told me that she's finished, and I can use the bathroom. Okay, so I'm thinking she's in her room, but no, she's not. What she's doing, after I finished wash the dishes, went to use the bathroom. She's standing in the hallway, right, leading that hallway. The hallway, that's the bathroom. She's standing in the hallway, okay, all right, with her panties on the top. Yeah, I'm like, okay, here we go with this shit again, and she's wearing a gray underwear, right, gray panties, right, and I waited for her to go, and then I went to the bathroom, and then I was in the bathroom. My daughter had to use the bathroom again, so my daughter had to use the bathroom, so I had to ask her for some sanitary wipes because I had, finished the the two that was in the other packet, right? Yes, we use sanitary wipes. My kids don't use toilet paper on their butt. They use, sanitary wipes, right? The biodegradable ones, okay? So she gets the wipes, give me the wipes, then stands up in the hallway with her back turned, with her pinky finger, right? She had her hands rest on where there's a door. So right by where the hinges of the doors, where we enter the door, have her pinky finger, right, with her back turned towards me, have her pinky finger on the the entrance, right? There's like this, when you open up the door, okay? And I'm just like, wow, okay? So anyway, after I used the bathroom, went to put on my boots. I forgot my earbuds, so I asked my daughter to find my earbuds. She couldn't find it. So my son just jumps out of bed. Now, he's been sleeping for about a good hour now, right? For a good hour. He jumps out of the bed and he's like, I'll look for it, because my daughter couldn't find it, right? She goes, I'll look for it. So he gets out of bed. Of course, he's wearing gray underwear also. And I'm like, he's sleeping. How the hell he just jumps out of the bed like that? He's like, I'll get it. Okay, my son Ethan, let me tell you, once you fall asleep trying to wake him up, it is like, let me tell you, in the morning, I have to literally come back every few minutes to make sure he's up. So the fact that he jumps up out of, I said, yeah, okay. Yeah, again, they're showing me what they've done to my kids. And they say, what are you looking at? She's just breaking her neck just to look at me. Right? So it shows you exactly what it is that they're doing. Right? And again, because, they'll use the psychiatric labeling, again, to say, well, yeah, he's crazy or such. See, this is why I report. This is why I show you guys the psychological tactics, the methods, the curse of persuasion, so you guys know exactly what it is. And look at the red car going on. That's what the bus comes. Right? Yeah. Again. So yeah, we're gonna talk more about this.